Hey everybody, how you doing today? It is your favorite time of the week. It's your favorite time of life. It's time to Star Trek and chill. Hello, how are you? We're going to talk about friendship. As Tenacious D reminds us, friendship is rare. Do you know what I'm saying? Friendship is rare. That's the song,
I
how it
haven't
goes.
thought about Tenacious D in like 20 years, I'll be
We
honest.
should again. And also, there's a TNG Thanksgiving episode, and I have to confess, I'm not sure I know what that is. So I'm excited to
Mm.
find out.
Ooh,
And Strange New Worlds season 4 update. I had to actually, I'm sorry, Melissa. Melissa sent this in. I have to be perfectly honest. I wasn't sure if that was a typo because, season 3 is coming up. And I checked. It is, in fact, season 4. And that's super exciting. That's really cool because we know season 3 is coming up in just a couple months. But we have news on season 4. So this is really
yay.
great stuff, everybody.
Wow.
You've come on the right day. How did you get the time off from work? Those of you in the US, Canadians are like, what are you talking about? Okay. With Melissa Longo, of course.
Hi. Oh, look at my shirt.
Yo,
Ooh.
that's a good one.
That's a good one.
The core province majors, everybody. You can get that shirt. You can get Charlene Schmidt's shirt. You can get my shirt about the Cisco family at the Star Trek and Chill online store in the comments below. Click that link. It's a Shopify store. Buy a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe today, maybe Saturday. Charlene Schmidt is here.
Hello. What's up, people?
OG podcaster and kind of the dirtiest mind of the group, honestly.
Yes, I am the Dr. Ta'ana of this group by far.
You are. She's your spirit animal for sure. And meteorologist Katie is here, probably the opposite end of that spectrum.
So you think.
Maybe
I've been on
she's giving.
fanfiction.net and AO3. Oh.
It's always the
Ooh.
quiet ones you have to watch out for because just because they don't talk about it a lot doesn't mean it hasn't crossed their mind.
See, the
Interesting.
FCC is always watching me, so I have to be careful.
This is true. But are they reading your like the same smutty fanfic you're reading?
Yeah. Because I read like a 500,000 word fanfic just on like Dr. McCoy. And it wasn't smutty at all. It was just Dr. McCoy. I'm like, okay,
Wow.
guess we're doing this.
Okay.
Also, everybody, now I'm a little skeptical because Joy Lee is here and she's very quiet.
Skeptical of what?
I don't know. That's an interesting theory that Katie proposed. That it's the quiet ones, huh? I don't know.
It was Melissa who proposed it.
Yeah.
Yes.
We just
But
perpetuated
no,
it.
because first she said, or so you think to me, and that's what made me do a 180. But I still stand by it, I think.
Quick, list
Except for fan.
all your favorite swear words and go.
They're
How
in
quick can we get
different
taken off of
languages.
YouTube?
Yeah.
My name's Ryan T. Husk, everybody, and I like to dig the hole deeper. Here it comes. Hello to Joshua Reeve, Glenn Iverson, Mark Zutkoff. We've learned recently, Melissa and I have learned it's pronounced Zutkoff. Rashid Uzaman, what's up? Linda Anderegg, May Barello, Dave
Hello.
M. What's up, Dave M? How are you? Hello to who else is here? Red Shirt Bob, our good buddy Walter Ian K. Patrick, what's up? Arg Scott, Chris Garris out in Corpus Christi, Texas,
Ooh.
and so on. We see everybody. Thanks for
All
hanging out
right.
with us. Lucia Raz out in Brazil. We're gonna have fun today, but before we do, we have to talk about our beverages. Maybe some of you after Thanksgiving are having probiotics all day. Who knows? Uh,
Maybe should be. I don't know.
what are you drinking, Melissa?
Oh, I am drinking a hot matcha latte with
Ooh.
coconut milk.
Ooh.
Matcha, yum.
Fancy.
Mm.
And that looks like a big cup of it too, is it?
It
Or
is.
is it just the angle?
No, it's a big
Wow.
mug with
Love that.
Christmas trees and presents on it.
'Tis the
Ooh.
season.
It's funny. I saw someone online use a candle warmer to keep their cup of cocoa warm, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
would that actually work?
Oh.
Yeah, it
Like a
does
cup
does.
like
somewhat.
that.
I got Aaron one of those for Christmas one year to keep his coffee warm because he was a coffee addict, and it did. It worked.
In his
Wow.
Superman mug. God bless that Superman mug, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Uh, what about you, Katie? What are you drinking today?
Well, I made the mistake of leaving my precious Michigan water in the car.
Oh,
So this is like super cold ice mountain water, and it
Mm.
burns. It's really cold. The wind
Ooh.
chill, because I'm in Chicago for Chicago TARDIS, and the wind chill outside is like 5.
Ew.
It's violent tonight.
Ooh,
So
golly.
wow.
yeah,
That
I went out because I forgot
sounds
my drink.
cold.
Hmm It's not quite the Dakota's cold, but it's cold.
Cold enough. Yeah. Ooh. No, I get cold just thinking about it.
Yeah, which also, I mean, I left the fruit out there too, so I might be eating a
Oh.
popsicle. We'll see.
Ooh, this is exciting. What a
I have
tease.
my
What a tease.
dentist on standby.
That's an excellent tease. Wait, what are you trying today, Katie?
It's
Apricots.
Oh, apricots,
apricot.
right. All right.
Ooh.
That's up
Are
next.
they the right color?
I think they're actually frozen. These might
I
actually
thought
be.
they were orange.
Oh. These ones
Are there
probably aren't
different?
ripe. I don't know. You guys shouldn't trust
Maybe
That
it's just a
me.
looks
different
like
kind of
a
apricot.
Exactly.
nectarine.
Maybe it is. I
It
don't
Yeah,
know
has orange.
apricots.
It has spots.
that looks
It
like a
wants to
Yeah.
be
It
plum.
orange.
looks like a nectarine.
Nah,
Everybody in
it
the
was
live chat, tell us what kind of apricot that is. I bet you it's a certain kind of apricot that we don't usually see
Oh,
here on the
judgable.
maybe
West
it
Coast.
is.
Is Bob D here? He knows.
Yep,
Yes.
he is. Bob D will tell us.
Yeah,
Speaking of which,
our
Charlene
resident
Schmidt,
foodie.
OG
What's up?
podcaster, what are you drinking today?
So I
Oh,
got
I
a couple
guess
things
so.
tonight. Got me a little cider
Ooh.
and
Ooh.
got me just some grapefruit drink, aka squirt, no vodka in it, just to wash it all down because, a lot of eating yesterday, a lot of drinking yesterday. Gotta cool out just a little bit. Gotta ease down too, though, at the same time.
Hmm.
You and every Bears fan in the nation.
We did watch that game. It was a little crazy at the end.
I was screaming. I scared my family. Like,
I think everybody in our house was just like, "What? What did we just watch?" Because I mean, we've not watched a lick of football all season. It's just not a thing we really do. But my father-in-law likes football, so we had it on the TV, and then that is what we saw.
wow. And
Yeah,
24 hours later, that coach lost his job. Ooh.
yeah,
Yep.
not even
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less
Yeah.
even. Poor guy.
Oops.
All right, Joy Lee, what are
R.I.P.
you drinking today
Yes, I'm
to
just
drown
having
your football
plain
sorrows away?
black coffee.
Ooh.
Coffee
Janeway
black.
would approve.
Uh-huh.
You're a nighttime coffee drinker, right? It's not decaf?
It's not decaf. Yeah,
Nice.
caffeine
Oh
doesn't do
wow.
anything for me.
Wow.
Wow. That's impressive.
Is it?
I mean, it is just because when you don't have that ability and you wish you did,
Oh,
hey.
gotcha. Right. Kicks it up, huh?
Wish I could do like a latte, during late night or what have you, but no way. Those
Mm.
days are long gone.
Hmm.
The hell? All right, I'll tell you guys what I'm drinking. I've got some water and I've also got an assortment of protein shakes
Oh
Yay!
yes.
uh, that
We
we're
get to
gonna
vote on the new
choose
one.
from. Yeah, but this one I can't even. I pulled up the first one and I can't even tell what the. Am I reading that right? I feel like I'm saying get off my lawn, but like this is. Yeah, no, that is right.
Get
Okay,
off
so this
my
first
lawn.
one, because I'm just like this shouldn't be a protein shake. This is weird. Cake batter delight.
Oh,
Ooh, how
sure. Cake batter? Yeah,
millennial.
that's not odd.
Cake
Mm.
batter delight.
Who
And some of
licked
these
the
might
spoon
be
when they were little?
reused,
Yo!
especially cookie dough
And the cookie dough.
Yeah.
or
And the brownie
vanilla.
mix.
I
Yum.
actively avoid vanilla protein shakes. That is the most boring. I know there's some people that prefer vanilla to chocolate, just in general, but I am not one of those people.
I'm with you, Ryan. It's just kind of boring. Be
It
more
feels like the
creative.
absence of flavor. But some
Well,
people
I
love
say
it.
like French vanilla.
just gotta get the real vanilla beans.
Number 3 is
Mm.
bananas and cream.
Ooh.
Mmm.
Bananas and cream also sounds terrible to me.
Yeah, on a hot summer
And
day, it's like, oh, let me have some bananas and cream. Like,
ugh.
ugh.
The last one is caramel.
Ooh.
Oh,
Caramel.
sweet tooth.
That sounds pretty chill. All right.
All
Yum.
right.
They aren't too zany flavors.
Yeah.
All right. I'm making this poll right here.
All
And
right.
you guys can vote on that while we get to Katie's apricot party.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Yay! Was there
Did we?
anything from a confirmation that this
Oh,
is an apricot?
not sure. Okay, I'm gonna scroll
Yeah, I was
back
just
real
checking
quick.
to see.
Also, there's no silverware anywhere in this hotel, so I'm gonna rip this apart like a savage in a
That's okay.
bag.
No,
All
you bite into
right.
it. Just be aware that there's going to be a pit in the middle. You don't have to rip it apart. Just bite into it. There's going to be a pit in the
It's
middle, so
true,
just take a nibble.
Ah,
Eh,
Scott.
but it is
I got my
frozen.
thumb halfway through it, so it's like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is
Well, you just
okay.
bite into
Okay,
it, though.
there we
Right?
Yeah,
go.
just bite into it. It's very
I don't eat
juicy.
the skin.
Oh, the
Okay,
inside. It looks like a nectarine, but
Looks
I
like a
could
plum
be
to me.
wrong.
maybe.
The pits look
I
like a nectarine.
an aprium or a plum cot, maybe,
You know what
says
it is?
Bob D.
It's a red apricot. I just Googled red apricot. Check it out,
Oh,
everybody.
really?
Woo!
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
See? Red apricot.
Oh,
There it
okay.
is.
Let's
So that's a whole
go.
thing.
We
Okay,
did it.
okay.
okay.
Maybe it's more of a Midwest thing because I've never seen them.
Me
All right,
It
give
neither.
it a
smells
shot. You're
like
going to love it.
a pumpkin. Okay.
It smells
Oh
like
my
a
gosh, it is.
pumpkin.
It's frozen. Oh
Oh,
my gosh. I'm gonna pull the mic up so you can get some ASMR. Just
It's kind of like an apricot smoothie.
My
there we
teeth
go.
hurts now watching.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
It's
It's good.
mild. It does still taste like pumpkin to me though.
hmm.
Huh.
Pumpkin.
I wonder if that's the fact that it's frozen, possibly
I
doing something.
wonder.
Maybe? Because what does it taste like to you guys?
Not like pumpkin.
Not like pumpkin.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
not pumpkin.
It tastes
I
like
could see it a little bit, but yeah. Sorry, Melissa, what were you saying?
it tastes like for me like a mix between a peach and a nectarine.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh.
Same stone fruit kind of family,
We'll
yeah,
try
for
the other
sure.
one.
But yeah, it is kind of a softer flavor than those. Those are a little more tart, I think. So maybe that's
Yeah,
what
this is
that is.
it's kind
And
of
they're
sweet.
fuzzy.
Hmm.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
We'll rip into this one too. Ooh, this one's old.
Oh no.
We're gonna go into this other one half.
Yeah.
Still frozen. It does have like an orangey hint to it.
Yeah. A little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, if it was on a platter, I'd eat it. I wouldn't seek it out. Probably like a 5, middle of the road.
Okay.
Jenny, did you get? Oh, shoot.
Oh, let me write that down.
Thank you. Where's,
Oh
where's,
yeah. Where's Jenny?
that's when we're like, we're 18 minutes in and we notice Jenny's not here. No.
Sorry, Jenny.
Apricot. You gave it a 5? Abe?
Well, 5.5. We'll go 5.5.
Okay.
It might
What
just
was
be
your
because it's
highest
frozen.
rating?
It could
Oh
be.
gosh.
Yeah,
I
what
want to
was
say
that?
pomegranate.
Did you give
Oh,
that a
think
10?
so.
I think I gave
Pomegranate?
pomegranate a 10
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you
wow.
did.
because it's fun
Yeah.
and flavorful.
And so messy, but so delightful.
Dude, I took a bag of just pomegranate seeds. They were like, I got a bad one. And I just took it over to my mom. I was like, squeeze. And she just looked and she's squeeze. And so we just spent time like popping it like bubble wrap. It was so satisfying.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Okay. 5.5.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Cool.
All right. I'm going to close out this poll so we can get a move on here. Uh, oh dear. We're going cake batter delight, aren't we?
Oh
Ooh,
boy.
lucky.
You're gonna love it.
I guarantee it.
You're gonna like the way you look. What was the one that says you're gonna love it in an instant?
Oh, isn't that Carnation Instant Breakfast?
Yes, that's the one.
I
Yeah,
loved that stuff when I was a kid. Oh my gosh.
look good. So
Joshua Reeves says go gross. Sorry.
what's
Mm.
gross?
Cake batter delight. Probably.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, Joy in the live chat says, "You guys make my day." Aw, Clint, her
Aw.
best Clint Eastwood impression. So let's see. 7% said vanilla, 22% said caramel, 22% said bananas and cream. That sounds disgusting. Thank goodness. Cake batter delight wins with 48%.
Wow.
Where'd it go here?
Ooh.
Then, right in front of
So
me.
is this like a protein shake advent calendar that you just popped open to get all
I
these
just
flavors?
saw this. I just saw like this thing that was like a bulk variety pack of protein shakes, and it was like 15 different flavors. And I've only ever gotten chocolate, so I was like, let's go crazy. Let's see what happens, especially because some of them look terrible. So I was like, oh, that's funny. Terrible things are usually funny. Let's give this thing a shot and
Yeah.
see what happens.
What do you think?
It does taste like white cake, like vanilla cake or whatever the white cake is.
Just yeah, sugary.
I've never had cake batter, but I feel like this is exactly what it would taste like, to be honest.
Hmm.
I would almost call it good.
But almost.
Tastes kind of French vanilla-ish.
That's not terrible.
Tastes kind of, yeah, I guess cake batter, I guess is what it would be. It's okay. It's it's okay. It feels like a thicker, like a more mucusy vanilla, kind of.
Okay,
Ew.
Are
well,
there
when you put it
sprinkles
like
in it?
that,
Yeah.
so
Like if somebody drank a
You're
lot of
not spelling
vanilla,
it.
but was had like a chest cold, and then will like like spit it back into a glass, and it's like, here you
for
try it, and
Melissa.
you'd be
Oh
like,
man.
This is mediocre. It's a little
Wow.
warm, but
I never put cake batter and mucus together.
Yeah,
And not
if you
until today.
get to that category, you've done something wrong with your cake batter.
Yes,
Yeah. Something
I'm
isn't
sure
absolutely.
that's right.
Well, there's that coffee creamer. It's like a special spice mix or something, and people have been pouring out, and it's slime. And like, there's a mass recall on it. It's one of those like I don't know
Oh,
Ew.
what the main brand is,
Oh
but it
God,
comes in
what
that
is
little
it?
like mini bottle, and
name
it
them, name
swooped
them.
out.
Yeah, name it
uh,
so we can avoid that.
Yeah,
Dave M says, "Now I want some." Hmm,
I
that's
want
funny.
cake now. Just cake.
yeah.
Cake with some really good frosting.
I've been like starving myself all day because my friends and I were gonna go and get a Giordano's pizza when this is done.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that sounds delicious.
cake of Wisconsin.
Bob D says Ryan needs new words like viscous. Viscous is a good word.
Ooh.
Viscosity.
Ooh.
And Walter says, I can't believe it's not batter. I can't believe it's not better. Ugh. Anyway, well, let's get into this. Let's talk about some Star Trek, shall we?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so now that, should we go in chronological order and cover the Thanksgiving thing first, or should we start with friendship?
Oh, I don't know. I'm down for anything.
Mark Zetkov says angel food cake. Maybe kind of. All right. Yeah, let's do friendship. That's fun. Before
Yeah,
we close
I'm
and
with
go on.
Melissa. This needs to be a thing.
Yeah.
You
Thank
know, the
you.
whole
It
celebration of
should be a
friendship on
thing.
Friday.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Let's
Yeah.
go.
So this is from a website called, let me make sure I'm getting this right, StarTrek.com.
Mm.
Heard of it?
Once or twice.
And this is cute because it's not just friendships, because when there's a million friendships in Star Trek, you gotta let's hone it down a bit. And it reads, unlikely friendships reflect the heart of Star Trek. I think that's a really good idea there. I
I
think that's
love
that.
that. It's
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
awesome.
a good
And
find, Melissa.
and the picture, I love the picture, and I love what Matt Boardman did with the thumbnail with the
Yeah.
picture. So
Mhm.
far, this is probably one of my favorite thumbnails that Matt has made, and he's incredible. But
Mhm.
I just love this picture so much.
You know what this could be? This could almost be Frenemies Light. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
let's start
Kinda.
not like full frenemies necessarily, like Odo and Quark that never admitted that they were friends really,
Right.
but the
Yep.
ones that kind of started off as frenemies and then became kind of begrudging, like Tuvok and Neelix are like, they weren't like best friends, but there was something there. And these two little rascals, Shran and Archer,
Yes.
Yeah.
it's a fun one.
Yeah. Frenemies light, because they all did start
Yeah.
out not friends.
Yeah,
Quite the
Picard and
opposite.
Q. Great example
Oh my
right
gosh,
there.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't even think that Picard and Q are friends still. Like, even after season 3 of Picard, they were just kind of like, just because Picard's being nice to somebody doesn't mean he likes him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Well,
true. That's fair.
I feel like he understood Q a little bit more because Q's was discovering what it meant to have some sort of humanity, or because he was facing his own mortality. So I don't know. I think that softened Q a bit as well.
I mean, understanding doesn't necessarily mean he likes him more.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's
Maybe more
very true.
tolerable.
Yeah.
He looks so
I just
uncomfortable.
every time I see them on screen, I'm just reminded of like the on-screen chemistry that those two had. Just like
Mhm.
actor-wise, they played so well with each other. And if you go back and rewatch Star Trek as many times as most of us do, but like you can pick apart their performances and like really look at their facial expressions in each scene, and it's so perfect. Especially those two, they exemplify that.
Mhm.
Cool.
They do.
You just get like a little eye twitch here from Patrick Stewart. It's just like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
They did share a bed together.
They sure
True.
did.
Oh my
That's right.
I love those when Picard like lifts up his blankie.
That is such a
Q, what
funny
are you doing
scene.
here?
When you have a family member walk into the room while you're watching it, and they walk in and they're like, "What?"
Yeah.
One of those things where I'm like, "Hey, turning that off."
Stop looking at my nipulature, Q. That's what he said to him. That's what he said to him. I don't know if you guys saw the extended version of that episode.
No, I did not.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun times with those two rascals. And here's a good one. But these guys were friends from the get-go, right? Or are we talking about mirror universe? Okay,
Mirror
Yeah, we're
universe.
talking
Prime
mirror
universe, good.
Giorgio.
I was just thinking, I was like, it's got to be mirror universe, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Well, we didn't get to really know Prime Universe Giorgio because she died so quick.
Right.
But that was
Right.
such a great start with like having its own ship, the Shenzhou, and that crew, and just seeing those friendships and those relationships. And I thought one of the cutest moments in all of Star Trek Discovery was, I think it was in episode 2. No, it must have been episode 1, but 1 or 2. When Giorgio says, "Oh, mark this time in the calendar index as the one time my first officer and science officer agreed," or something like that. I was like, that
Yes,
is such a Star
yes.
Trek line right there.
Oh,
That was a good
is.
line.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, these
Common
guys.
ground.
Aww.
I mean, they were Tuvix together.
Yeah.
They were.
And they had to hold each other's junk because they had to pee at some point as Tuvix. So they know each other very intimately. I mean,
Poor
you know,
Melissa.
My
it's a real
junk is
thing.
your junk in that
My
scenario.
junk to your junk, your junk to mine.
Oh,
Sorry, Joy. Joy's
oh,
like,
you
I'm
scare
never
Joy
coming back to
away.
Star Trek and chill again.
Oh my, well, I never thought about Tuvix like that. That adds a whole dimension,
Oh,
doesn't
I
it?
did.
Obviously.
Wow.
And
Hmm.
he, me. I don't know. Well, what do you guys think? Especially Shar, Katie, you guys are big time Voyager fanatics.
Mhm.
How would you describe Tuvok and Neelix's friendship? Because I feel like Neelix wanted to be Tuvok's friend, and Tuvok never really gave in to being his friend. But there were always those subtle hints in there. What do you guys think?
I mean, I see it kind of like a puppy and a cat, where the puppy's new to
Yes.
the house, and it's just like, hi,
Perfect.
hi, hi, and the cat's just like, who the are you? So kind of like, I like that side of it. And then I kind of also view it as a professional friendship because Neelix grew so much with his role on Voyager. And you could see he did calm himself down a little bit. Whereas Tuvok's journey, he loosened up. And so it was nice that they went on these crossing paths a little bit on their 7-year journey together, where they kind of rubbed off on each other a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. They're kind of like the odd couple. And I
Yes.
love that comparison of a puppy and a cat. Yeah. Neelix definitely wanted to be friends. Tuvok tolerated him the best that he could for a very long time. And I don't know if there ever really was like I don't know. Do you think that there really was a friendship there eventually? If so, I'm not completely sold on when exactly it happened. I'm trying to think, but maybe
There wasn't there that time when Tuvok was sitting down to dinner or a certain meal, and then throughout there was definitely animosity at the beginning of the episode, but then at the end of the episode, I don't know, there was a kind of understanding. Oh,
I'm
and
trying to
Oh,
maybe
think
I
of which
know.
episode that was. At a table?
yeah, in
Because
the mess
Yeah.
hall.
okay, the first thing that
Yeah.
comes to mind at the mention of the mess hall is actually when Tuvok is on the holodeck trying to suppress serial killer emotions because he's playing with Lon Suter in season 2.
Nice.
And then
Oh,
Yeah.
Neelix just
Dream of
annoys the
worm
living
tongue.
crap out of him. He's like, okay, I'm finally going to just kill you. I can't take it anymore.
Yes.
Excuse me. Yeah, like I
So
don't
we've
know.
got a
They
poll.
became a little friends.
Sorry, we've got a poll in the live chat here about Tuvok and Neelix. Were they definitely friends? Those of you that have really focused in on it, seen certain scenes where you say, no, they were definitely friends. They didn't talk, it wasn't obvious, but they definitely were. Or not quite friends. Not
mhm.
quite
Well, okay,
friends.
Linda has a good point in the chat. Tuvok did quote unquote dance, which was this really weird, rigid foot movement that was the closest thing he could do to dancing when Neelix left
Yeah.
That
as a
was a
show
great
of
point. Yeah.
love and
All
affection.
right.
What was
And
that
then
one episode where Tuvok was like, he had all his emotions and he was like a little kid having to relearn stuff and he completely depended on Neelix?
That might be
yeah.
the episode that was from the
That
like
Melissa's.
the referenced image
Oh, yeah.
riddles.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
I feel like those were his suppressed feelings and dependence on his friendship with Neelix.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, and it's true. It's hard to judge a Vulcan's friendship really unless you get to see those one-on-one moments a lot, and you just get them
Mhm.
alone with a lot of screen time. So,
Yeah, good point.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tuvok definitely wasn't as loose as T'Lyn is with,
No.
mhm.
Melissa, language.
Yeah.
So, also in the live chat, we have somebody new whose name is JACC with a lot of periods and quotation marks. That's an interesting name. Reminds me of a System of a Down song or two. Let's look at the next one here. What's next? Welcome, Jack. It kind of
Welcome to the
reminds me
chaos.
of the the La Brea Tar Pits in LA, which, is famously funny because La Brea means the tar pits, but it's
Hmm.
called the La Brea Tar Pits. So really you're saying the tar pits. And here we have J, Jack, C. So it's very similar in that
Nice.
regard.
Thanks, Chris
Love that.
Garris.
What did
Hey, how nice.
what did he?
Did a super chat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Chris Garris, thank you
Thanks.
so much. He says, here's a Thanksgiving treat for virtual TrekCon. Yum,
Aw.
yum, thank you.
Yeah,
Yum.
nom nom.
Thanks, Chris. We can't wait to see you in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, and maybe also foggy San Francisco, California, aka Burlingame.
Ah,
All right.
that's happening
So,
in January, right?
yep. January 24th through 26th, which is also opening weekend for Section 31.
Oh,
Ooh.
right.
Yeah.
It's
Will
not
there be
too
a
far
watch
away.
party there?
I feel like there's
That
got to
would
be
be
something to be figured
awesome.
out. Yeah, we
Ooh.
got to figure something out.
I think you
I don't know.
do. I think you do.
I think it would be freaking awesome. It would be great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What
All
a
right.
wonderful opportunity.
Yeah.
Unlikely friendship. That's interesting.
Those two,
Tom
I mean, they
Paris
hit it off
and
right
Harry
away.
Kim. Yeah, weren't they pals from the
Yeah.
first scene, basically?
Yeah, basically, because
No.
Tom
Yeah.
got Harry out of, he bailed him out
No,
from
but
Quark trying to sell him trinkets.
That's
What
Yeah.
did he
true.
say?
That's
wasn't
was
he
just
all
true.
judgy of Tom Paris's
Yes,
Yeah,
past?
Harry
true.
was a little bit like, "Oh, you're a bad boy. I don't know." And then that
Right.
just was
Well,
like gone
uh,
away.
other folks were trying, like other officers were trying to warn Harry, like, hey, he's trouble. Don't hang out with him. But he said, I will choose my own friends. Thank you very much. And did not care what they thought.
Mhm.
That is
Mm.
true.
He was cautious, and then he was like, "You want to see my clarinet?" Like it was a great evolution of friendship in season 1.
Got a quick disclaimer here. We're nitpicking the shit out of this article, which tells me, good job, writer.
Yes,
Because
Dobie.
Because if they just did like a
Hey,
regular, if they just did like a regular thing where like, here's some friendship, we'd be like, oh yeah, here's some, oh yeah, these guys are friends. Oh, these are pals. But now with the way this is framed and delivered, it makes you go, well, it makes us really kind of get our
yeah.
claws in there and nitpick. And I say this is not an unlikely friendship to me, but we'll see.
Oh, I mean, if you look at their personalities, one might not think
Right.
that they would be the obvious choice of
Yeah.
friends, but who knows what makes a friendship? So
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
one is a little bit more uptight and the other one is a bad boy.
Yeah.
So
Because you have like the frenemy track, which Picard and Q were, but this is the more like unlikely friendship where like the cool kid jock who plays with cars met up with the all A's honor student who's in band. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
that makes sense in the unlikely friendship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very good.
That's fair.
hmm And if it's one thing we care about here, it's fairness. So check this out. Here's the next one. This is an interesting one too. Very, very interesting. Captain Picard and Catherine
Ooh.
Pulaski.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hmm. That's
Hmm.
a thing. That's a
She's no
boy, is
Beverly
that ever?
Crusher.
No.
Well, no. And they did butt heads a little bit here and there, but then there was a growing appreciation for each other and the way each other works.
Yeah. Mutual respect, I'd say.
Mutual respect, yeah.
Yeah.
And that episode where she operates on him, I think that solidified their friendship a little bit more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I mean, if that wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Right.
What do
So
you
I'm
think, Joy?
saying-
Joy, you've got some thoughts on this. Do you think Pulaski and Picard are pals or just kind of respected coworkers?
Uh, I don't think they pal it around, but I think they have deep feelings for each other, platonic feelings.
Ooh.
But where, I mean, doesn't he fight for her life too when she's on that station
Yeah.
where she's aging.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good
And
call.
then so I wouldn't say they're like casual friendship, but I think that their relationship is deeper than that
Hmm.
for
Yeah.
sure.
So
Yeah.
our poll has ended. Tuvok and Neelix, 58% of you said, not quite friends in my book. Not quite there.
Okay.
So unlikely that it didn't happen. Unlikely friendship. Now, okay. This is another edgy one. Boy, these are very edgy. These are great.
Yeah.
Cisco and Kira, were they
Hmm.
friends
Mhm.
or just a huge amount of mutual respect amongst coworkers?
Hmm.
He
I think
crossed
they
over to
were
friendship.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Like it started off very not terse, but a little
Ooh, good
contested.
word.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I liked it too.
and
Hmm.
yeah, it definitely took its time, but yeah, I think there really was some genuine friendship there.
Hmm.
Through a lot of trial and eventually turning into mutual respect, leading to a genuine friendship.
Mm.
I think for him maybe, but for Kira, I don't think she could get out of that boundary of he's a god, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
You don't think
I
so?
do think she got out of that boundary when she went to a baseball game with him. That time when
That's true.
and then he was like, "You get the hot dogs," and she was like, "Hot dogs? What are these hot dogs?" And he threw her the hat,
Yeah.
and then, because that's
Yeah.
what she
That's true.
wanted.
Yeah.
Good thought, Melissa.
It's like an underlying current of friendship. Because there's a professionalism on top, and then when things slow down, you get those little moments like, oh hey, look, we're friends. Like kind of like that.
Yeah.
Right, when they're not dealing with a crisis and they can actually just talk to each other, human being to human being.
It's like,
Well,
no
human
one's
being to
dying? No
Bajoran.
one's dying?
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
So this next one is a fun one too. Check it out. And by the way, a great three-person crew in this picture.
Ooh.
Ooh.
We've got
Oh
Oh yeah.
Shran,
Mhm.
T'Pol, and Archer. Now, obviously, it's between Shran and Archer, but I just like the triumvirate here. These three
Mhm.
rad people.
She makes it a threesome.
Yeah, she did.
I'll never get over Worf saying that.
Incredible.
So this one
No,
ended up becoming a friendship. What do you guys think? I think that's a friendship,
Yeah.
I would say so, especially
but
in
barely.
as much as I hated the last episode. Like you kind of you just feel it.
Hmm.
When Archer fought on Shran's behalf, or when he fought against Shran and they had their moment there,
Mhm.
I feel like I don't know, I feel like they became closer and they became friends. Maybe I
Mhm.
need to rewatch a little
I need
more
to
Enterprise.
rewatch that too.
I would love, oh my freaking gosh, I would love this. This is a great idea. What they need to do is they need to do a follow-up, just a short trek, where it's just Archer as president, and then you have Shran, and they're just sitting there. You got Porthos the Fifth, and you just they're hanging out. I would love to see a short of them just having fun together, like a boys' day.
That would be adorable. And you know what? It would be great to animate it with that kind of context. And so then,
Mm,
yeah.
that would be so
You just
fun.
Shran shows up. He's like, "Pink skin, you look overworked. Get over here." And he just like takes them to all these like planets, and we're so much fun.
Yes, please.
Like
Yes.
planes, trains, and automobiles, but has to
Oh,
be Shran as
yeah.
Archer.
Uh,
Anybody watch that
Okay.
movie around the holidays?
Planes,
Yes.
Trains, and Automobiles?
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Oh, it's good.
it is good.
I just watch Airplane any time of the year. That anything
Mm,
named after one of those three is pretty good.
Mm.
yeah.
Okay, so this next one, boy, oh boy, this is a pretty
Ooh.
deep cut. Good job. Check
Ooh.
this one out. It's Kira and Gamor. Remember
Huh.
Tekeni
Okay, yeah.
Gamor? Oh my God, they killed
Mhm.
Tekeni.
You bastard.
But this
That's
is definitely a friendship, and it's definitely an unlikely one, right?
For
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, I'd
yeah.
say.
It went from enemies definitely to becoming family.
Yeah.
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 I
Well,
love that
like the
episode.
Hmm.
it was such a good
That was
episode because it
amazing.
allows you to experience Kira's side of things, where
Oh
at the
yeah.
same time it's just like it shows you there's a path beyond that.
Mm,
It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All
Good
right.
times. All right. Was that
Oh,
the
Solid thumbs
list?
up from all of us.
no, there's
Oh, there's more.
more. I gotta look ahead for this one. Who the Oh, I remember this dude. Okay. Okay. Now I'm prepared
Who
for
the
this one.
heck?
It's Book and
Oh
Tarka.
yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Book and Tarka.
Are they friends?
I
Uh,
mean, they kind of became it later
Yeah, I think
when they
they did
flew off
to
together.
an
Yeah, but then
extent.
Tarka was kind of using them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you're in a survival situation, I think you'd be friends with anyone that's gonna help you get out.
True.
Yeah. Good call. I would say
But
this is a
it
pretty
wasn't
fragile
the
friendship.
friendship wasn't memorable to me longer than the episode, so
Yeah,
Hmm.
I didn't think so.
that's a toughie. That's a
It's a
tough
Yeah.
toughie.
sell.
That's complicated.
yeah.
Lucia Raz says they are not friends.
All right.
Angrily.
So
That
They are
settles it.
definitive, not
friends.
Oh, here's an interesting one. Two characters you may have heard of, Kirk and Spock, but in
No
Strange New Worlds here.
way. They're more than
So
friends in
I'm kind of
some
like,
universes.
it's interesting that they chose this Kirk and this Spock rather than the other Kirk and Spock, the original.
Seriously, though.
Right.
I can see why, because this is like they aren't their Kirk and Spock that we know, so they're kind of like less gelled. Am
Yeah.
I making any sense? It's like you see them as two separate people instead of one. So I
Right.
could see
Yeah.
why it's more of an
Oh.
unlikely.
Because they're at the
Okay.
beginning of their friendship. I mean, not
Yeah.
even the beginning. They're at the beginning of their relationship. They're just meeting just now
Mhm.
in Strange New Worlds. So yeah, I mean, there's a cordiality. They're cordial to each other, but
Mhm.
And
It's still rigid.
You can also use
rigid.
Spock's sideburns as a letter opener. So there's also that.
It's like the son of a bat
Interesting.
left.
It's a box cutter.
Son of a bat left.
I imagine like you know how you get those like winged eyeliner where you have like a little palette. He just has a bat left to his cheek. He's like, yeah, this will be a good sideburn.
And just to hammer the point home, there is actually Kirk and Spock from the Wrath of Khan here.
Mm.
And Nimoy says it, I have always been your friend.
Mhm.
So there,
Yeah.
that answers that.
Does anyone else have the Christmas ornament that plays that?
That's it.
Because it freaked out my roommates in college. Like,
Oh,
why do you have
really?
him dying on your Christmas tree? Isn't that Easter? I'm like, no, wait, it's Spock. It's okay.
Awesome.
Aw.
That's a fun
That's so
ornament.
cute.
No, I don't think I have that one, but I've got so many.
It goes through the entire speech. And I wish we need even more Star Trek ornaments. We need more nerdy ornaments that talk
Yeah.
so I can just set them all off at the same time.
The Burnham and Saru one talks. I've got that one. Mm-hmm. That was like maybe
What's that one?
it was a 2017 or 2018 ornament. I'm not sure which year.
But they would have been good for this list too. Burnham and Saru,
Yeah.
Of course. Of
they
course,
started
definitely.
out not.
Yeah, they didn't start off friendly necessarily.
Mm-mm.
They were at each other's throats half the time. disagree
Now that's
with
the
what
end of
you.
that article, but sticking with
Really?
this theme here, Melissa Longo included a fun and interesting thing. It's kind of a flashback to almost 3 years ago. I think that was the very first
Wow.
Lappies, right?
Very
Very first
first.
Lappie Awards.
Wow.
Yeah, the very
And this was the
first.
preliminary round here. One of the questions was, what is your favorite legacy friendship? And this was the preliminary round. And the ones that moved on were obviously Bashir and Garrick, Data Geordie, Bashir
Oh,
O'Brien, Jake and Nog, I think Tom and Harry, Kirk and Spock. Um, who won that, Melissa? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was Kirk and Spock.
Oh, right. Okay. But then here, that's what's so interesting about these
Mhm.
preliminary rounds is something that could get like, the fifth most
Right.
could end up winning because you
mhm.
can pick like three in these things. So,
Yeah.
it kind of changes it up when you have to just pick one.
Yeah, and then also the preliminary rounds were only on Facebook, but the final
Mm.
voting was opened up to the entire world. So you
Yeah.
would submit through the Google Doc that you vote on, and then submit that through the email, and anyone could vote for it.
And then Melissa also includes this fun thing from The Naked Now.
Yes, I do believe that is.
And I still to this day don't know if that was done on purpose or if this was Patrick Stewart doing what Picard would do, or if this was just Patrick Stewart being Patrick Stewart trying to get through the doors in time, and so he had to skip.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was the Naked Now, and he was about to do the with
Yeah.
Beverly.
Not now, Beverly.
They were hot for each other.
I can't believe that was episode 2 of Next Gen. Just like, wow.
They really were just like, yeah, no, it'll be fine.
So Melissa also includes this fun item from twitter.com. Girl with a pigeon tattoo says, my favorite thing about Star Trek is that it imagines a world where pocket doors reign supreme, and I just think that's neat. What's a pocket door?
Where they slide in between the walls.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what
So you don't have any
Pocket.
open hinges or anything.
It just goes into a
Ah.
pocket.
It's a pocket.
It's harder for kids to get their fingers caught in.
Automatic pocket.
Yes.
Kind
Polly
of.
I'm
pocket.
really surprised people haven't modernized and like really gone for the automated pocket door.
Yeah.
Seriously. Why not?
I would love that. Especially if you had like in dorms, it would save space. Like
Yeah. You need all the space you can get in a dorm situation.
Elevators have pocket doors.
Yeah,
Right.
that's just about the only thing, isn't it? On a regular
we
basis.
should bring them back.
Walter
Let's
Ian
start a
K says
trend.
Gangnam Style. That's funny.
Gangnam Style. That song, man, that was all the
gosh.
rage for a moment there.
Oh, yeah.
That was definitely a thing. Speaking of a
Yeah.
thing, let's close the door on Thanksgiving with this ScreenRant.com article written by our good friend John Orkiel. Oh, wait, it's not John this time. He can't
Aw.
dominate forever. It's somebody by the name of Nishanth, who says
Ooh.
Star Trek TNG's only Thanksgiving episode won an Emmy, but the real award should have gone to Michael Dorn's Worf. While fans may remember
Wow.
Kern's distaste for Earth food in Star Trek TNG, Michael Dorn's performance in the episode remains one of his best.
This is Fandom Wire.
Oh, I thought it was a. Where did I
Yeah,
get
it's not Screen Rant. Nope.
Where did I get the Screen Rant idea? Is that a different one?
Oh,
Well,
I don't
either way,
know.
this is Fandom Wire. No wonder I didn't recognize Nishanth. So,
Yeah.
okay, so what this person is saying is
Huh?
that the episode Sins of the Father
Huh?
was the Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah. And this is when we're introduced to Worf's brother, Kern, and he tries, there's a huge feast laid out a la Thanksgiving, and there's this big turkey on the table. And
Yes, smart.
All right.
yeah,
I mean, it wasn't officially Thanksgiving though, was it?
wasn't, but it was the closest that Star Trek got to Thanksgiving. I mean, it's the same food. And Kern was like, ooh, dead replicated bird or something
That's
like that.
right. That's where that comes from. It's been a while since I've seen that episode.
Mhm.
I need to go back and watch early TNG again.
Mhm.
Mm.
Okay, well, that's a fun one. We'll take it as a Thanksgiving episode. I think that works. I think that
I
works.
know.
Burnt replicated
you know
bird
what?
meat.
Friendship
Levy.
really touched me was the friendship between Hugh, the Borg, and Geordie.
Yes,
Oh,
nice
yeah.
one.
It was, I know it
Good
was
one.
Yeah.
And that's an
I-
unlikely friendship, yeah.
it was an
Yeah.
amazing performance, and it made me cry, and it stuck
Mhm.
with me. And I really wish they didn't kill him off in Picard, because they should have
Yeah.
brought him back in season
Yes.
3, right? And then
Yes.
him and Geordie
Yes.
reunite. Like what?
Oh, that would
Why
have
didn't
been
she do that?
awesome.
I know.
You know, they could like do like a Star Trek Ex Machina like they usually do. Just be like, he was a transporter twin. Oh,
Yeah.
real humans.
Right?
They should
There's
bring him
always a
back.
way.
He didn't really die. If they ever do Legacy, they need to bring him back, and him
Yeah.
and Geordie need to reunite, and then my that'll be like my full circle moment.
And the song
I'm happy.
Reunited and it
And
feels so good should play in the background.
Totally.
but that last scene where like he's left on the planet, and then you don't know if he's like lost his humanity, but then the very last scene, his eye moves, and you're just like, ugh, bring him back.
It's a good
Yeah.
one.
It is a good one.
All right. So check this suit. Here's a fun one. This is from another website that's not Screen Rant. It's called, but it's very close. It's called GameRant.com.
Oh,
Check
hey.
it out. And it's entitled Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4 gets an exciting update. Melissa, what's this exciting update? I'm ready.
Well, I mean, it sounds bigger than it actually is, but the update is Jess Bush in an interview with some TV station said that they're going to be start filming season 4 in March of 2025.
Yay.
Hey.
Wow.
Good. Hope that
Nice.
means we won't have to wait any more than about a year for this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Good.
late spring or summer of 2026 for the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're
Maybe.
ready for it.
I had a
Mhm.
conversation with a friend actually about Strange New Worlds and how they're already up to season 4 and stuff.
An unlikely
And-
friend?
Well, no, pretty likely. We're both really nerdy. She was talking about how like Strange New Worlds has a chance to break the 5-season curse that
Yes.
seemingly has developed, because now there's
Yes.
not as much shoving for money as it had been. So I'm just hoping that they're like, oh yeah, season 6 will be filming here in 2028. Like,
Right.
Give them 7 seasons. Bring it back.
yeah, I'm 7.
Especially because it's
since-
10 episode seasons.
Exactly.
So it's not even like even
Yeah.
7 seasons is not a lot to ask for. It's like it's 70
No.
episodes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like original series level
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, it is.
Less than half of
Mhm.
TNG.
And Deep Space Nine and Voyager. And
Mhm.
less than 4 seasons of Enterprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have less episodes than Enterprise, we need to talk.
Right now,
This is
there
the
have been
problem.
less episodes of Strange New Worlds than the animated series.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa. When
Yeah.
you put it like that.
And there have been twice as many Prodigy episodes.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Yeah.
okay. That's a little crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
They gotta break the curse. They gotta get to 7 or
Mhm.
8.
Come on.
What if they just bust the whole thing open and get to 8?
Break all the curses, break all the themes. It's
Right.
over now. We're doing a whole new thing.
Give us
Yes.
15 season episodes. This 10 episode stuff is nonsense.
It's BS.
It
Yeah.
I feel like
is.
it's stunting the arc. Because if you want to have one-off episodes but also have an overall arc, it's like
Can't do
give
it.
yourself some wiggle room, fam.
Yeah. Yeah, you
know.
Oh,
can't in
baby.
10.
And you know how much gold is in those one-off episodes?
Oh my gosh.
Gold. There's so much gold.
So many of the best episodes are just one-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my favorite episode of Voyager is Worst Case Scenario. It had repercussions. I had like 3 or 4 of them a season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The pillar filler episodes, as they were called.
Mhm.
Dude, they could do a bottle episode of a game night with everyone from the ship. Like, how much fun would that be?
Fun. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh,
Although I
wow.
will
that.
say that it does seem like Strange New Worlds is kind of peppering that kind of thing into their
Yeah.
show, where there's kind of an overall arc in this character development, but we get bits and pieces of their day-to-day life, and it's not
Yeah.
all explosions and fighting and all of that
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
Mhm.
They found a very good balance with that of mixing in the
Mhm.
episodic feeling, but still getting that overall arch like of the season.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they struck a really good balance on Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, it's
Uh,
funny, for anyone who didn't know, I did ask the game night question to Anson Mount and Ethan Peck
Ethan Peck.
at Chicago. I was like, well, what would your character bring to a game night? Spock, he said, would bring Tetris. And I think this is more Anson Mount's answer than Pike. But Cards Against Humanity, because all of the references would be irrelevant, was his answer.
It's good. It's a good game too. It's fun to play.
It's
Yes,
fun.
it is.
So, also our friend VFX Art DS says we did 26 episodes a year on Clone Wars. Give me a break. If they can, Star Wars
They
is,
can do
oh,
it.
man, it's always
Star
showing
Wars.
off, making
We're
us look
being
like
robbed.
chumps.
Mhm.
We're only getting like 39% as many episodes as they are per season. This is
Ooh.
horse shit.
It is
You
horse
said
Pardon
it.
my-
shit.
yeah.
Mhm.
No, it's
Pissed
true
me
though.
off.
This is crap.
It's Dookie.
It's a good
That's a
album.
great word, Dookie.
I know. That's a great word.
Also a great album title, Green Day.
Yeah.
I think of Dookie, I think of that bass line. Da-doom, doom, 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 da-doom, doom, 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 da-doom, doom, 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 doom.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, great album. Stands the test of time 30 years later.
Yeah.
This is good stuff. This is good stuff.
What's that?
This was from a couple yesterday, looks like. Yeah. Oh, no, it's from today. God, it's a long day. Check this out. This is from Facebook.com. 60 years ago today,
Ah,
the
yes.
first pilot episode of Star Trek, The Cage, began filming at Desilu Production Studio, now known as Culver Studios in Culver City, California. If you recall, Virtual TrekCon 5 earlier this year was celebrating 60 years of Star Trek because this is when, 60 years ago, when Star Trek was first pitched and picked up and written and subsequently beginning to shoot.
That's so cool.
Right.
And they finished in January. They finished filming in January of 1965, and then it was shown in early 65 and not picked up. And then the next one was 1966. But a lot of people think it's 66, but really, Star Trek really became part of Americana and the world 60 years ago.
60 years ago.
Wow.
Today.
Wow.
Today.
Rejoice. It's a Neil
That is
Diamond
amazing.
song.
60.
Wow.
Neil Diamond.
With our good friend Colt. What was her name? Like JM Colt, or what was her first two initials?
JM
Some
Cult.
It was JM? Okay. I don't know, JM. Okay. That's a good one. So I feel like that should be celebrated more, honestly. I feel like that's like a
Mhm.
really big deal, but
It
doesn't
is a
really
big
get
Yeah.
deal.
touched. September 9th or September 8th in 1966 gets celebrated
Way
like
more.
crazy. But nobody
Mhm.
knows November 29th, 1960 FOA.
Sad. This is another thing that we could
That's
make happen, a trend.
exactly.
The Cage Day.
Got that power.
Cage Day.
Cage Day.
Cage Cage the
It sounds
elephant.
terrible. A terrible, terrible thing. Why are we
Oh God.
celebrating this atrocity? But no, it's an episode.
First day we got Pike and Spock.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's important.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, whoa, this is weird. What?
What's that?
Is
What
it
is
the
this? This is redshirtsalwaysdie.com. The title is
Oh, this is fun.
Ranking the Worst Episode from Every Star Trek Series from Best to Worst.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
According
That's
to the
exciting.
IMDb scores.
That's exciting.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This isn't like just one person's opinion. It's
No, it's
okay. Okay.
overall. And it's interesting what number one is. And they include short treks in it as well.
So, well,
Ooh.
it's the
Ooh.
person now when they put them from best to worst, that's their opinion, right? But they're basing the worst episode on IMDb score, or are they just putting
They're taking the worst episodes from each series, lowest ranked, and then
yeah,
rating them, listing them from best to worst. So taking those worst scores and then
right.
ranking
But are
them.
they ranking them themselves, or are
No,
they just using that IMDb score? So the entire thing is IMDb.
the
It's no
entire
human.
thing is IMDb.
Whoa, nerdy. All right.
Yeah,
So what's the
it's
best of the worst?
Yeah.
it's really interesting. And I'm so excited that it's this one because the worst one is number one with the very lowest score. And so
Mhm.
number 12 is the best of the worst, which
Right.
with the highest.
Do you guys have any guesses? So basically, what they're saying is which show has the highest IMDb rating for their lowest rated episode? Like which show has the highest floor?
Yeah.
It's gotta be Strange New Worlds, right?
Anybody else? Everybody in the live chat, make your guesses. Who has the highest rated worst episode?
You know, Katie, I think I've got to follow suit with you. Even a
Yeah.
there's no such thing as a terrible Strange New Worlds episode.
Right. Yeah,
But
they
are
have
there
such
Or
episodes
Lower
that people don't
Decks.
like?
yeah. Or
But
even
I'd say,
Prodigy.
mm, yeah, I don't know. Strange New Worlds though probably has like the most
Conference
solid.
game.
I don't know, like Prodigy, I'm so biased on that one. I don't feel like I should weigh in.
Um, in the live chat, Lucia says TNG. War Dog Heim says Deep Space Nine. Mark Zupkoff says Prodigy. Bruce McMillan says TNG. Chris Marshall says Strange New Worlds. Stalzelwan says Short Treks. Patrick says TNG. There's some from TOS, TNG, TNG.
So we're all over.
Let's reveal the
See,
answer.
I'm just do you know how I'm mentally like thinking this through? There is no episode of Strange New Worlds that comes close to Shades of Grey. So that's
No.
how I'm mentally comparing these shows.
But here's the thing, guys. You got to think of it this way. This is based on IMDb, which is also not based on how good or bad an episode is, but just based on a few thousand people ranking it.
Right.
And
This is
all
true.
it takes is something that breaks canon or something that someone doesn't like or people don't understand, and then they start giving it ones. You know how people are. They're like, I like a certain aspect, so I'm going to give it a 10. And other people are like, I don't like a certain aspect, so I'm going to give it a 1. When really the episode's like a 7. Hey, relax. So
Right.
that makes it even harder to figure out. Like you
Yeah.
got to get in the minds of the
Yeah.
people that like to push buttons.
Well, I
No.
think it's really interesting which worst episodes scored the way they did and how the list
Yeah.
pans out. It's very interesting.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Here are
can
the
we see
guesses in the
this
live
already? Oh my
chat.
gosh.
For the best rated worst episode, Lucia says TNG, War Dog says Deep Space Nine, Mark Zetkoff says Prodigy, Bruce says TNG, Chris Marshall says Strange New Worlds, Stelazon, that sounds cool. Stelazon says Short Treks. Patrick says TNG, VFX says TNG or TOS, and so on. Arc Scott says TNG. A lot of people say TNG, TOS. It's like they don't even know the new shows exist. But here's the answer. The answer is actually a new show. It is Prodigy, Starstruck, rated a 7.1.
That's their lowest
their lowest?
rating. That's
Oh my
their
gosh.
lowest
Massive.
rating. How amazing
Well,
is that?
It's a
That's-
pretty solid show.
It is a solid show. It's great.
It
Good for them.
is.
I'm happy for them. They
Yeah.
deserve it.
Hmm.
Good job, Prodigy.
So that's number 12 because there are 12 shows in total because we're including the animated series, we're including short treks. What's number 11? I haven't looked at that one, so I'm going to make a guess.
I think it's got to be Strange New Worlds or Lower Decks.
Same. I'm probably
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to say
Lower
Strange
Decks
New
can get a
Worlds
little
too.
divisive every
No,
now and
Lower
then.
Decks. Yes, definitely Lower Decks.
Yeah.
Those first couple episodes, I think, were a little rough around the edges for people.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad didn't really like the first season of Lower Decks. Hate to say it, but it just was not his pace. It's too fast for him. He didn't like how fast everybody talked. So I'm glad they
my
slowed
parents
that
have
down
the
just a little
same
bit.
thing. They're like, why does everyone talk so fast in your shows? I was like, I talk fast. Can you not understand me? Understand me?
Joy,
a
do you have
British
a
thing.
guess?
So what?
Do
Strange
you
New
have a
Worlds.
guess?
I don't. I actually missed the question.
What,
Oh no.
what's the next highest, lowest, wait, what's the next highest, worst episode?
Oh, gotcha.
Start.
I think Strange New Worlds, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So number 11 is Lower Decks Second Contact. Is that the first It is. It's the first episode, right? When your first
Yeah, it
episode is the
is.
worst in your series canon, there are only 2 ways to show you. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that first episode was a little rough around the edges, and I think people were a little
bit.
hurt by it.
Yeah, but
But
it's
that's
still got a pretty high rating.
6.8.
Yeah, I
6.8.
don't think it's
Very
that
good.
bad.
No,
Yeah.
6.8. Okay, so number 10. So far the best worst episodes are new shows. They're
And
showing up,
animated.
Yeah.
Right.
That's good.
right?
I do have to wonder if there's a recency bias to it though, because if when IMDb started doing the website stuff, a lot of the older Trek had been out, so it's like, are these modern people going back and watching it, just being like, "Ew, carpet," or like I don't know,
Please think of the carpet.
yeah, like is that what's lowering?
I don't know. And also the sample sizes, how different is, say, TNG to Strange New Worlds to Lower Decks to Prodigy to the original series? You know,
Yeah,
some of these shows haven't been around that long, so it's possible fewer people have voted over time. But we'll see.
All right. So next, I'm guessing Strange New Worlds.
it's gotta be.
Yeah. I'm gonna stick
Also
to it
because we're in
too.
a new era where they're like basically shows refuse to have bad episodes. They're only having 10 episodes, or in Prodigy's case, 20. So they're not just like throwaway, Plus, each show has like, 2 weeks to shoot instead of 1 week to shoot, and they're doing 10 episodes instead of 26. So there's no more of this filler stuff. Like every episode has to be a mini movie, basically.
Yeah, pretty
So I
much.
think that's the trend that's going to continue. And the
They should give
answer
us-
is, oh, I have to hit next. Weird.
Yeah, I know.
Aw.
I have to work for this?
I know.
No.
The answer is Strange New Worlds, Elysian Kingdom. That was the fantasy book one, right?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
6.2.
okay.
6.2.
Interesting.
That's rough.
Wow. Okay.
That's
I
a
mean,
bit
some
harsh.
people were not digging on that, apparently.
So
Yeah.
then after that,
It
what do you got,
wasn't my
Melissa?
favorite either.
It wasn't my favorite, but I did appreciate
Strange
the
New Worlds.
costuming.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Like it had different flavor
And
profiles.
it was fun, but it wasn't my favorite Strange New Worlds episode.
So are we going to go into new stuff or stick with new stuff, I should say, or go into old stuff? Maybe there's an animated series is the next one.
Oh,
What
I
are
don't
we
know.
sticking with?
Oh gosh. Because now I'm just like picking apart the episodes that ooh,
I think Discovery's going to be towards the bottom. They're going to have a couple stinkers.
it's gonna be at the-
Probably.
yeah.
Well, unfortunately, Disco gets a
Picard.
lot of hate. So those negative reviewers are just pounding their keyboard. Yeah.
They're going to be in the fives. Yeah. Well,
You also
we're
have,
practically
like-
in the fives now, 6.2.
You have Spock's brain you gotta think about, or
Code of Honor.
You know what?
Code
Spock's
of
brain is
Honor.
awesome.
That's
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, well, no,
Barf.
even worse than that. I bet you number one is going to be the clip show Shades of Grey. The worst episode in the history of Star
God.
Trek. I bet you that's number one, Shades of
Better
Grey.
be. It better be. This list will be whack. I will go to IMDb myself if it's not.
It's not even an episode. It's a clip show.
Katie, the keyboard warrior, is going to show them all. I love it.
By a lot. I bet you it's the worst by a lot, by like 1 or 2 full points.
Ooh.
No score at all. It's just,
Yeah, no, easily.
Just like, no, we want to pretend it didn't happen, okay?
Yeah. Episode 1 episode. Huh?
So what's the next one?
I'm gonna say
Ooh.
Picard.
Oh well.
I don't know.
Because there weren't that many real clunkers. There were some that weren't the best, but I think it's gonna be okay.
DS9.
Well, there is Move Along Home. And I don't know if
That's
that's
a
the
fun
lowest
one.
rated one. I mean, but it's so goddamn goofy. I don't know, short treks. People don't like the short treks, but short treks by and large, maybe. I wonder if short treks is next.
That's a good. I feel like they might be lower, but we'll see.
I mean,
Any
like,
other guesses?
I love these guesses.
It's a fun game.
It is a fun game.
It is.
All right.
what
Well,
is
let's
it?
find out what the answer is here. Oh, piss.
What
It's
is it?
the animated series, The Magics of Megatsu.
Oh,
Megas
really?
2 5.9. I don't remember which one this is.
I remember it not being a very good
Megas
episode.
is a great episode, but not as far as. Yeah, it doesn't really
Okay.
say.
Again,
Anyway,
an animated
Yeah.
series.
Definitely like the shorter the seasons, the less of a chance there was for a dud.
yeah, a lot of them
less
are like
chance
lower
for error,
ceilings,
yeah.
but higher floors,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
All
fixing
right.
the game,
Next.
man.
We're coming to
Ah.
number 8. We're coming to number 8 now, which is the second to last one of the first half. That was weird.
You know, this might be Picard's moment. That or
This
short
is
treks,
the
and I'm indecisive
moment.
now.
That's what I think it's one of those two. Yeah.
I just keep thinking about like the online people when Picard came out, and especially season 2.
This is true. They hate that.
They hate that. So maybe short tracks about it.
All right.
All right. Chris Garrison in the live chat says, I bet Short Treks is next. Leb D says, is Short Treks considered a series? Yeah, Melissa said it's there, and yes, it is considered a series anyway. It's one of their series. It's got 10 episodes, 2 seasons. Here we go. That's a short season 2 and a shorter season 1. Wait, longer season 1. All right. So next is number 8. Short Treks, The Girl Who Made the Stars, animated.
It is.
Yeah,
and
animated.
that's not that bad. What?
I know. I actually liked that one.
Yeah. Same.
I didn't see it.
Well, see, Brian, you're part of the problem.
Maybe I didn't rate it low.
You didn't rate it, but you didn't watch it either.
But
Yeah, well,
it's still
because
number 8.
the
Yeah.
reason I didn't watch it is because I wanted to save 2 episodes of Star Trek that I haven't seen, just so that one day, whether it's today or 10 years from now, if I ever want to watch a new Star Trek episode, I've got these 2 in the bank. The Girl Who, what is it, Made the Stars or something? And Ephraim and Dot. Those were the
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I
Oh, that
love
one's
that
fun.
one.
See, you didn't have that reaction on The Girl Who Made the Stars, telling
No.
you that maybe that one's not that great.
But it's not bad either. Not at all.
Well, it's
Well,
not
what's the
saying that
worst
it's
Short Trek then?
bad. It's just the worst short trek.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Eh.
So next, now Picard, are we going with Picard with the next one?
Yeah.
I'm still thinking Deep Space Nine. I don't know. I hold it in high regard.
All right, Joy?
Gosh. I don't know.
I don't know. Show me. I don't know.
I don't know.
Sting.
Oh, wait, it's next. Hang on, I gotta click next.
Yes.
Oh,
Whoa,
Oh.
Katie. Deep Space Nine, let he who is without sin.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
good
That's
one.
Trip to Risa? That's their
Yeah.
worst rated episode? What the
How
crap?
incredible is that?
Worf becomes an eco-terrorist in that one, isn't that the one?
Yeah,
Oh,
it wasn't
yes.
great, but I didn't
That
think it was
was-
that bad. What's the
I didn't
problem
think
with
it
that
was the
one?
worst. 'Cause
Bad.
no, I liked it better than Move
It was a
Along
little
Home.
boring, but no,
Yeah.
it was fun because remember Bashir and what's her name, Lita? They're
Lita.
like making out while they're breaking up, and it's like this
Yeah.
weird kind of. I mean, that was kind of cool. It's a fun
Quark
concept.
has his
Vanessa
Horgons. He's like,
Williams.
Yeah, Tessa Williams. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
All right, we're in the final 6. Which ones are left? Next Generation, Original Series, Voyager, Enterprise, Picard,
Picard, Discovery.
Picard.
Discovery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. Maybe it's Picard's turn. Maybe. Or the original series. But then
No, Spock's
it-
brain. I feel like that's. I feel like that's.
there was some really goofy
Well, we're in
shit
the
happening in the
fives.
60s. It's true.
yay. I want to say Voyager.
Do it.
Oh, I don't know. A lot of people love to hate on Voyager and especially Threshold. But I would say that's not
True.
even the worst
But
one.
that-
But then there's some
reached,
people that
like-
love Threshold.
Yeah,
It's
reached
true.
Rocky Horror Picture Show level of cult. So I'm thinking, like,
Mhm.
because modern hate outweighs past hate, I feel like. So the Picard's sinking a little bit in my brain.
Mm.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I just peaked.
But you know, you did. It's interesting that the lowest scores on these of the lowest episodes aren't necessarily what we think they might be. I love it because it's surprising. So
So
think
the
outside
answer
the box.
is number
Survey
6.
says.
We've been hitting on this one for a while. It's Picard.
It is. Okay. Okay.
Picard
Okay.
Monsters.
that out of the way now.
5.4. So there's
Oh,
5.4,
yeah.
5.5. There's a lot in the 5s here.
People
Okay.
didn't
Was
like
that season
one
1 or season 2?
too. Right?
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
it was with
Shoehorn a bunch of hallucinations into the episode.
Right. Okay, yeah.
With Raffi hallucinating?
no, it was Picard hallucinating about his mom.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
his
yeah,
dad.
yeah, yeah.
And
that one
there
was a little
was
rough.
something
Uh,
with suicides in there.
Yeah.
I do remember thinking if he says mammon one more time.
Joy. That's what French people say.
Oh my
All right,
God.
so what's number 5 then? We
Hmm.
have Discovery, and we have all of the old Star Trek series except for Deep Space Nine and
I
animated series.
I do wonder if it's Voyager's turn.
I thought of Voyager the original series. Because nostalgia might lift original series bad episode up even just a little bit.
It's true.
Mhm.
It could.
I like this reasoning.
Yeah.
It's
You
figuring
had
these
well
things out.
rested Katie today, so now you can all
Wow.
That's fun.
I appear once a year like Puxatawny Phil.
Okay. The answer is number 5. Enterprise, these are the voyages. We knew that
No.
one. I mean, we knew it was going to be that episode, though. We knew it was going to be these are the voyages. There's no way, right? That one gets a ton of hate and kind of deservedly
Mainly
so.
from me.
Episode doesn't
No.
exist.
That
It
episode
doesn't.
doesn't exist. But how interesting is it that Enterprise is the next lowest and that ranks higher than Voyager and
Yeah.
TNG and TOS?
So they all technically have worse episodes than that.
I would sit
Yes.
through
And
Shades of
Discovery.
According to
Grey.
these schmucks, yeah.
Shades of Grey so many more times. If it
All right,
meant
we're
that
in the
one
final
episode didn't
4.
Oh boy, Final Four.
I think I'm still pushing Discovery back down. I don't think it's going to be Discovery. Next Generation, I think it's going to be, I'm positive that's going to be number 1. So
Mhm.
we have original series and Voyager. I'm going to go with original series. Oh
Yeah, I
no,
think so too.
I'm going to go with Voyager because I think
Voyager.
Spock's brain is going to be lower than that.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm gonna go original series.
Ooh.
Yeah, I do think a certain amount of nostalgia is going to overshadow uh I mean, I think the Voyager hate is still strong enough to reach the top 3.
Oh gosh.
And not everybody hates Spock's brain.
True.
Just how there's
Okay.
threshold defenders, there's Spock's brain defenders.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, yeah, but they're defenders of every episode. People are
And
so
honestly,
weird.
I would say Turnabout Intruder is worse, but that's just me.
No, yeah.
The answer
Women
is
can't be starship captains. Some bullshit.
Oh wait, we got to click next. Okay.
Ah,
The original series,
Oh.
woo!
but not Spock's brain.
Spock's
And it
brain.
is.
And the children shall lead.
Oh,
I think I knew that.
yay.
Ah,
That
yes.
makes
People hate
sense.
children more than a Spock without a brain. Good to know.
Screw those kids, man.
Final 3.
Hmm.
Discovery, Next Generation, and Voyager. Okay,
And
Voyager.
Voyager.
Voyager?
That-
Yeah, I'm
Voyager.
thinking Voyager.
Done.
Disco's
Yeah.
going to be a solid 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a solid
And then-
deuce.
Wow.
All right, number 3 is Discovery. All is
Yeah.
possible. 5.2.
Oh, wow.
But they're all, oh wait, that's a tie. They're both 5.2. The original series and Discovery are
Oh.
both 5.2.
Oh.
But
So,
it
okay.
might go with how many as far as the number of votes. So it's
The ratio?
Yeah.
So does anybody think that, so do you guys think it's number 1 is going to be Next Generation or number 1 is going to be Voyager? It's got to be
It's
Next
got to be
TNG.
Shades of Grey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Code of
There's-
Honor.
Or
So
Code of Honor. Yeah.
number 2, yes, is Voyager, the fight. Oh yeah, the boxing
Oh, the
match.
fight.
The fight.
That's worse than
That was
the
bad.
space lizards.
I
That
thought
really,
that was a
I mean, at
okay
least
Ooh.
Threshold
episode.
has entertainment value.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the boxing one was.
It was,
They gave him so
yeah,
little.
it's not my
I didn't even
favorite either.
understand it. And I
No.
liked Chakotay so much. I remember that was an early season
Oh, that
episode, and I
one.
really
Gotcha.
wanted, I really liked Chakotay, and I was rooting, and I was like,
Mhm.
oh, cool, Chakotay episode. What the heck's going on?
Like
Yeah.
we always see him as like a lover,
It is
not
a
a
bit of a
fighter.
mess.
So boxing for Chakotay just didn't work for me. Like,
Yeah, it
no,
didn't
just
Yeah.
go and
count.
do origami or something. I don't know.
Right.
Like, we don't want to be punching people in the
Origami.
face. That's
Yeah.
Janeway's pastime. It would make so much more sense if she was the one just
Boxing?
busting people. Like,
You know, I'd actually love to see the Janeway boxing episode.
I want to see that too.
All
Yeah,
right.
get her in the macrocosm tank top and just let her have it with someone.
wailing on
Yeah.
people. It just,
Yeah.
it just
So
could have been their
here's
clip show. They bring back the aliens that she beat throughout time, and it's like season 7, and she's just like, "All right, let
like
me
a
just
battle
see."
royal.
Boom. Mod
This
color,
also could
boom.
be a supercut. Just, video footage.
Okay, I want
All
to
the
tell you
things she
guys that
defeated.
number one is, yes, Shades of Grey. Now
Okay.
remember, the second worst was Voyager the Fight 5.0.
Yes.
5.0 is the second worst episode in the history of Star Trek.
Yes.
Guess
Wow.
what Shades of Grey was?
Like 4.0. A full point down.
3.3. I knew it was like, I knew it was just balls deep, man.
Oh, I love it when my
Three.
shade is validated.
Oh, yeah. Hot.
Yeah, man
Now, okay, that has
alive.
me curious though. Where is Code of Honor then? Because come on, that is not
Yeah.
good.
That's got to be in
Let's,
the 4 range.
yeah, 4 or
Mm.
5. Because there are some
4
defenders
2.
of that too, where they're like, hey, you take out like the obvious horrible reasons why this episode should not exist. The plot and the story, there's at least something there. Whereas something like Shades of
Right.
Grey, it's not even an episode. It's just,
Mhm.
but let me see.
Yeah. Code of Honor isn't high, but
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not that low.
Man.
Okay. Browsing. It's Code of Honor 5.1.
What?
So that would have been the third worst episode, and that's third worst in Star Trek
Oh, that ain't
How did
history.
right.
that beat the fight?
Yeah, I
The
would
fight was
rather
pretty, in
watch the
fairness, I'm
fight.
gonna say the fight is really, I don't even understand it.
they preferred Tasha Yar fighting to Chakotay fighting.
At least it made sense.
We
I'm
can't
gonna,
have
I'm gonna
nice
go
things.
back this week and I'm gonna watch the fight. I will report back because like I love Chakotay. So and I can't remember much about that episode. So
And Chakotay
I'll
loves
judge.
you, by the way. Oh,
Aw.
wait. Hey, before we go, because we're out of time already here, but
Ugh,
before we
yeah.
go, there's something really interesting. Okay, so it is from twitter.com. The Trek Central tweet posts, I don't know what they do, posts. Our friends at Forbidden Planet, blah, 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 make it so, but check this out. Look at this cool IDW cover. My son in Latin
Ooh.
goes to the academy.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Sons of Star Trek. Oh, that's fun.
I love that.
Oh,
Cute.
Hmm.
yay.
All right. So, where are we? We'll talk about the week ahead, right? So,
Yeah.
first, yesterday on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we released our review of Star Trek Lower Decks Season 5, Episode 7. There are only 3 left in this glorious thing. The show that
Sad face.
Sirach Lofton predicted would go 10 seasons is dying at 5.
I wish she'd been
That's
right.
rough.
I wish she had been right
He
too.
might still be, you never know. Might get picked up by Netflix or something.
Yeah.
It's not impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. Okay, and then this coming Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Time on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we've got our first segment review of, oh wow, that's December 1st, of Next Generation episode, The Host.
Ooh.
The Host.
All right.
Interesting. So that's this Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern time. And then later in that very day, we've got our full review at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern time of the original series episode, Journey to Babel with Walter Koenig. Did we
Nice.
like the
Yay.
episode? Did we love it? Did we not like it? Could Walter hear our questions? Find out at noon Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. What were we going to say, Melissa?
Chris Garris brings up a very good point. We haven't picked Katie's next fruit.
Oh,
Right.
Oh no.
good save, Chris and Melissa. Good save, Chris and Melissa.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Did we
We're
forget
so
how to
unprofessional.
show?
What would I do without it?
I know.
Right?
Right now, Joy is rolling her eyes so hard at us. She's like, you guys don't even know
No,
what
I
the hell
am
you're
not.
doing.
No.
All right. Katie's next fruit. What are our options?
Let's see.
Still need a banana.
No, you've eaten bananas before. That doesn't count.
I had
Too
it as
easy.
a child and I don't remember it. I've just been
Too-
told that I've
Too
eaten bananas.
easy. Persimmon.
Oh, yeah. What?
Persimmon?
What did you say? Was that Latin? Is that a dinosaur? All right, persimmon.
Okay.
Huh?
What else has been a contender as of late that's not done yet?
Oh.
Dragon fruit. Have you seen dragon fruit? Wait, do we?
Ooh.
I
Have you
haven't
seen those
had dragon
anywhere?
fruit. They do have them at the store that I go to, so
Oh, they do? Okay,
Okay.
cool.
they do.
All right, dragon fruit. All right.
What about passion fruit?
Ooh.
I
Mm.
don't think I've had passion fruit.
But have you seen them at a store? You know, we got to make sure it's something you can actually
Yeah.
find.
I'm
Let's
pretty
just
sure they
let's just
have
mess with her and
those.
say Brussels sprouts.
Ugh. Ugh. God. Oh man.
What's another one?
We've already picked all the low-hanging fruit.
Oh, figs. Speaking of low hanging,
Figs.
figs. Linda
Figs.
Anderegg says
It's
Thank
not a
that's a
cookie,
great
Mama.
one.
It's
Figs
a big
are freaking
mutant.
delicious.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay.
Yeah. Fig. And what's number 4? We have persimmon, dragon fruit, fig, and let's see what else. Oh, Joshua Reef says dates. That's a great one. How about a
ooh,
date?
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, you had prunes. Okay.
Yes. Because the darn
Happy
Right.
We
mutant-
had
Date.
watermelon and all
These
the
are
melons.
4 great options.
Oh, yeah.
These are
Yeah.
great options.
Mhm.
I don't know if I've had dragon fruit though, actually. What was star fruit?
Star fruit.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's fun.
so to finish this up on Monday, this coming Monday, that would be December 2nd at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. We've got our full review of Star Trek: The Next Generation episode, The Nth Degree. Ooh, that's a
All
man
right.
alive. The Nth Degree. That is 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. Then on Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time, come right back to this channel for the main viewer. We're going to talk about Star Trek, all the news. There's no giggling. There's no protein. There's no fruits or beverages. We're all very parched and serious. And we talk about Star Trek. We're breaking news. It's amazing. We're breaking knees.
And
We're doing
wind.
whatever.
Ooh.
Breaking
Violent.
wind. Right.
What is this show? It sounds like no fun and it's violent.
That's what makes it fun. It's the main viewer on Virtual TrekCon's YouTube channel at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time, everybody.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
I'm glad I do
That's it.
Fridays.
Everybody hurry up and vote quickly
Yeah.
because we're going to close this
Hurry,
out in a
hurry.
second.
Yeah.
Melissa, where can everybody find you online, by the way?
Well, you can find me here at Virtual TrekCon. So our goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers here on
Thank
YouTube
you.
before the end of the year. So please subscribe, get your friends to subscribe, create another YouTube account and subscribe again and subscribe again and get us to 10,000 subscribers, please. And then you can
Ooh.
also find me on social media at Melissa Longo or at walkingartmadebymelissa.com, and you can get the shirt that Joy is wearing. Well, not that one, but another one just like it. And I'm going to leave it at that for right now because I can't remember anymore.
Everybody, check this out. This is how close we are. Thank you for mentioning that. I was going to mention that at the top, but we have so many things. We got to talk about drinks and fruits. There's just too much. We also forgot to say, everybody, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for notifications. If you are listening, please give us a 5-star rating and a nice review. We'd really appreciate that. But check this out. Can we do it? Virtual Trek Con has been skyrocketing. We're at 9,060 subscribers. We're trying to get to 10,000. We have 1 month to do it. Do you think we can reach 10,000? Please share this channel with your pals. Look, there's even a share channel button.
Yo,
how easy that is.
135 video.
Go to Virtual Trek Con. Go to Virtual Trek Con and click more right here. And you can literally just share the channel with your pals. Ding.
Cool.
Join December 8th, 2020 after the first 2 Virtual Trek Cons. So everybody, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'd really appreciate that. What about you, Joy? Where can you be found, or your works or anything, if you want to be found, that is?
I'm nowhere to be found.
You're lucky. She's like, that's not luck. It's chosen. So everybody, you can find Joy on the Virtual Trek On YouTube channel.
Yay.
And sometimes at cool Star Trek conventions. Charlene Schmidt, what about you?
Well, you can find me on Blue Sky, Threads, and Instagram at Oh the Profanity. And of course, you can find Bold Bubbles at boldbubbles.com. That's my Trek inspired soap. And everything is 15% off right now through Tuesday. So now's a good time if you want some Trek inspired gift ideas.
Also,
and of course, Mission Log Prodigy. We just finished up our 2nd season coverage, did a wrap up, and now we're going to do a couple of interviews. And then who knows from there?
Also, Shar, you guys should just buy from Shar's Bold Bubbles website just to support local and independent businesses, because that's the key. And sometimes it's cool to just buy stuff from people just to show them you appreciate them. And so you should do that.
Hey, you know what? A lot of people in this chat right here, they've supported my shop. I appreciate all of you. I'm always grateful when somebody does that. But yeah, thank you for pointing that out. You know, Melissa, too, you're doing the same thing. We put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this kind of a project.
Sure do.
So
you guys make great products. That's also the key. It makes it easy to buy stuff from you when you have great products. That's the key too.
It's so pretty and smells good. And it's a conversation starter, because I left my Armis soap on the sink for Thanksgiving, and people came out of the restroom with questions. So
what is this black lump?
Was it Denise Crosby? She's like, I'm never coming back. I hate you so much.
Denise Crosby has a bar, or had a bar, of Armis soap thanks to Dave Gregory.
Beautiful.
Yeah, isn't that great? He does better advertising than I do.
He's an angel.
And then Star Trek and Chill is a small business too. So we have several small business owners on this show, and we should support small businesses.
Hey, Virtual Trekon's a small business, 9,000. That's tiny. Yeah. What about you, Katie? Where can people find you online, or this weekend?
Well, this weekend you can find me dressed as a 1,200-year-old angry Scotsman Time Lord. Tomorrow, carrying a tank from my Dr. Who fans, and then everywhere else, I'm just at weather_Katie, and I mean everywhere. I locked that handle down. Other than YouTube, I also am so many random fandoms.
You can find me at Ryan TG Husk, everybody, at Ryan TG Husk, or just Virtual Trek on the 7th Ruler Falling Tower on your favorite social media, but especially and primarily right here on YouTube, which is considered social media.
Yeah.
Because you can follow, you can like, you can comment, subscribe, do all those things. Post. Does anybody post on YouTube? All right, let's close this poll. Let's find out. Woo, this was a tight one.
What are we doing?
18% said dragon fruit. 25% said dates. But I think that's just weirdos on Twitter. They're like, dates with Katie? Cool. I'll click on that one.
So many
Uh,
creeps there. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Them will be
25%, Katie puts them on blast, so it's great.
It,
And
it is good.
25% said figs as well. I wanted figs. 29% just barely edging them all out. Persimmons. Persimmons.
All
Awesome. I've got
right.
persimmons right now. They're delicious.
Oh, I love
All
them.
right.
I will venture out and find them, hopefully unfrozen.
Probably
They're
ideal. Yeah.
So delicious.
All right. See you later, everybody. Thank you to Chris Garris, Mark, Glenn, Joy. Oh, there's Joy. Fran Stalazan. Cool name.
You love
Kathy
saying that,
D.
don't you?
I do. It makes me think of like an old makeup magazine or something,
Oh,
You know, I could totally see that.
or like a fantasy city, in a
Yep.
fantasy book.
Fantasy. Like a
Off
dragon.
to Stalazon. And thank you to Kathy D, One Trek, what's up? War Dog, Fran, Linda Anderegg, Dave Gregory, the aforementioned, Bo Wyatt Johnson. Thanks for hanging with us. May Borello, and everybody. We see all of you. We appreciate all of you, except for On B. Just kidding. What's up, On B? Thanks for joining us. And Dave M,
So mean.
Bob D, and Arg Scott, and Walter Ian K. All right.
Ah.
That's it for us, everybody. Hey, we did it. Have a chill weekend. You've earned it. Be safe. By the way, number one, most accidents out of the year, Thanksgiving Day. So congratulations, everybody.
Ooh. Whew, we
You were
did it. We
safe.
made it.
You were safe. Yeah, more so than St. Patrick's Day or New Year's Day, New Year's Eve.
Well, because
Shocker.
people are crazy in the parking lots.
It's all that tryptophan. They're falling
and for
asleep.
Or other
snows of the
things.
year.
All right. See ya.